Hi everybody, and welcome to this Cricut 911 video. Today we're going to take an image from Google and turn it into an SVG for Design Space. So we're going to look up a Mickey Mouse PNG so it has a clear background, transparent, and we're going to add that to our photos. I am on my iPad doing this, but you can do this on any device. Then we're going to go to PNG to SVG.com. We're going to scroll down, choose a file, and we're going to add our Mickey in there. And then we're going to scroll down. You see him there, and we're going to click Generate. Now, as you see, Mickey has 5 colors. I don't need that brown, so I'm going to go up here to Colors and hit the negative sign one time to take that down to 4 colors. Then that simplifies my SVG a little bit. So I'll get 4 layers instead of 5. So while this is working, just know that I'm using this as an example. You don't want to sell anything using trademark or copywritten images. You're going to get into some real trouble. So we're not going to download this first download SVG here because that is just going to be a picture and we don't need that. So I'll show you real quick. When you click download and you go to the downloads, that's what it looks like. It's just a picture. It has no layers. Alright, then we're going to come over here to where it says download cut SVG with the registration marks, and that's the one we want to download. You go up to your little circle at the top and get that image, that vector, and then save it to your files. You're going to want to give it a name and make sure it's in your file somewhere where you can find it later. So I'm going to call this Mickey Video since he's for the video. And I'm going to click Save. So now we're going to go into Cricut Design Space and we're going to bring in your new SVG. Yeah, excuse this. Today is actually voting day, election day. So this is all old news. We'll see how it goes. So you're going to browse your files. I don't know why I hit upload images, but browse your files or your pictures in this case. And no, this is actually a file. Anyway, get your file, bring it in. And you're going to give it a name and save it. And you're going to bring it into your canvas and select it. Select Actions and then Ungroup. You'll then be able to play around with it, putting your layers together. Everything where it goes, and as you see, those registration marks are those little squares at the top. And if you line those up, you should get a pretty perfect image. Alright, so there he is, saying ta-da! He's ready. Now, I don't like all the extra pieces in there, all that trash, I'll call it, those little dots and stuff. So we're going to do a quick tutorial on contour and slice. So you'll learn those 2 extra things now. So right now I'm going to go into Hide Contour. It's under your Actions panel. And I'm going to tap out each of these little spots that I do not want my machine to cut. It's a waste of vinyl, waste of space, waste of time, and we don't need them. So we're going to make them all disappear off of our yellow piece. And got a couple more pieces here. And I know there's one more little bugger hiding. There he is. So he looks good. He's just shoes now and the registration marks. So we're going to get him into place. Now that yellow line is your snapping tool. If ever that gets in your way, come down here and turn it off. It's under settings. So see, no more yellow line and no more snapping. And then when you need it, you can turn it back on. So now this beige piece has a lot of little pieces in it. There's no way I'm going to go and hide contour on that one. So when I'm done with this red piece, I'm going to show you what we're going to do with that. So the rule with slice is that you have to have 2 things to slice. It can only be 2 things to slice. So you see all these little pieces? We're not going to mess with those. We're going to slice them out. So this image is our first piece, and then we're going to bring in a shape as our second piece. And I'm going to size it down, unlock it, proportion it the way that I need to, and make a few copies. Alright, so I'm going to take my shape and put it over these little dots that I want out of my image. And then I'm going to select the 2 pieces, slice, and then delete the trash. And I'm going to keep doing that until I'm satisfied with the image and I don't have all of these little tiny cuts. Slicing pretty simple. It takes a little bit to get the hang of it, but once you do, you can use slice for so many things. It is so helpful. It comes in so handy for so many things. So I'm going to manipulate this one a little bit more and do one more slice. And I'm probably not going to worry about those little pieces. I don't know, maybe under the nose area. Gonna get out a few more, and the rest I'll just live with. If I wasn't doing a video, I might take my time a little bit more and get a little closer in on some of these, but for the sake of this video, you get the point for what we're trying to do here, which is to clean these layers up a little bit in this SVG that we've made, and learn a little slicing and a little contouring. So I'm hoping that helped you. And like I said, if you play with these squares, you pretty much get a perfect image. They're made to be able to fit together and have your SVG come out perfectly. And I always like to play with it on my screen a little bit before I cut it, just to make sure everything fits right, and so that I get the hang of what needs to go first, second, third, or whatever when I'm layering. So you can play with that some more and get it just about perfect. I'm going to start over and just line up these squares. Normally I cut my squares off. But for the sake of showing you how it works and how they can help you, I'm going to do it. So there you go. And when you are layering this, after you cut it, you can keep those squares in there, and it'll help you lay your image properly. So I hope that helps you. Come back again. We'll have more videos soon. Thanks for joining us.